deposit spiritual, uh, educational, motivative seeds into the mind, into the hearts of our children. Because remember this, the words you speak to him, they get inside of him and they grow up with him. And they whether die than leave him. And so that's why it's so important when I always will mention men need to be cultivated, because I got bad news for you. When a woman deposits negative seeds in you, it's going to take another woman to withdraw that from you. Well, that's your nugget for this segment. Listen, man, we want to turn this back one over to my brother Irie, Valle.
Yeah, where was we at though before the break?
Man,
I wanted to drift back over.
Yeah, just do a quick U-turn.
Yeah, we're gonna do a quick U-turn. You know what I'm saying? And you was touching on to like even why I don't even like get into this whole white man, black man thing and all that, but like,
right.
But just why they fear us, you know what I'm saying? Or why they scared? Why don't even want to like help us or give us no kind of like outreach and none of that? But like they got every reason to be scared of us.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Because like any organism that's confused, stressed, scattered all over the place,
right?
Don't have no education,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And don't even know how to pull themselves out. And
right.
It's like, yo, this person capable of do anything, you know
right?
What I'm saying? Because he really ain't risking nothing. He really ain't saying, yo, let me not do this because I don't want to. That's somebody to be scared of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when you're looking at like a whole race, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's something to be scared of.
So let's say this, because we want to make sure we clarify the white man or the European man. I want to go deeper than that. I don't believe that it's a white man or a European man thing. Right. I believe that Satan would have used a black man, a purple man, or a yellow man. I believe this, that Satan will use anybody that's in power or in control to rule over a person. Now, here's what I'm just saying is, now we always look and we play the race game. I agree with what you said, bro. But it's a system. Someone has to teach a white man to hate a black man. Someone has to teach a black man to hate a white man. You know, there's racism and war in every culture. You know what I'm saying? You got the Mexicans and the Spanish don't like each other. So now, who is the culprit behind all of this? You see what I'm saying? There's another entity, and Satan just hides behind all of this. One thing I love about white men is white men will put themselves in a position to be used by Satan to cause oppression. In other words, they'll be your judge, they'll be your police officers, they'll be your prison wardeners. They will always get a job to be over you. Now, listen, they're not wrong for that, but the enemy uses that place that they're in. Check this out, and I can tell you why. Satan hates the black race. You want to know why he hates the black race? He hates the black race for one reason, that God came down as in the culture of a Jew, right? But he was black. Listen, Jesus was black. The Samaritan woman said this. She says, you know, the Jews don't even deal with us. Jesus says, listen, the hour cometh and now is when the true worshipers shall worship God in spirit and in truth. Now, here's what I'm saying. It was always a racial thing. It's just that black was dominant, because the blacker you are, the purer you were. There was no you had more melanin. You become caramel, you become white because of the pigmentation. So Jesus, who did not come from Adam, had no pigmentation. So he was as dark as he can get, because why? His bloodline was not what contaminated. So now he's being dark. Now check this out. Jesus in the spirit is God, but in the natural, he was a dark-skinned Jew. Satan says, how dare you? Watch this now. If Jesus would have came down as a pale man or a white man, guess what? The roles would have been reversed. He hates the color black because God was black.
Nobody liked competition.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? If I was, you know, like, I don't know, investing into a certain block in real estate, and I own, you know what I'm saying, X amount of, you know, properties in this area.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody liked competition, you know what I'm saying?
At all.
At one time, you know what I'm saying, we weren't in really like that much of a competition, and all these different, like now we got black owned nail salons and black, like everything. You know
right. So
you got a lot of black people that's millionaires right here in Philadelphia, just all off of real
Kanye
estate.
West is worth 1.8 billion.
And don't have no kind of like intellect in real estate. Oh, they just had some money to invest. and now they own it. They got over 50, 67 houses. So imagine like everybody's out trying to, you know what I'm saying, compete in this market. You know what I'm saying? So who really likes like competition? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Somebody that
right.
can really outbeat me, and now I don't have no revenue intake coming in at all.
Right.
Or my revenue intake just decreased by like 30, 40%. Like who really likes that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, that's gonna stir up a hate.
But
you know what I'm saying?
How do we fix this within the Black community? Because as you said, Black people are doing better today than they're ever done.
Yeah.
But do you?
Thanks to social media, though.
Yeah. But are we sharing that wealth?
Media.
Are we sharing that?
Well, not as much as we should be. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people like through Instagram and Facebook and like those social media platforms, like not even just that, you got people getting rich off of Shopify and just third partying with Amazon. It's just a whole bunch of different hustles. You know what I'm saying? And now people are still learning just like how to balance $1 million. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
just how to make $1 million work for me. They don't even understand that process.
Right.
So it's like if they don't understand how to make their money work for them, it's really, you know what I'm saying, they really can't pour out that much and really help the next person because still in the process of helping themselves.
Are they still in the process of helping themselves? Hey, listen, we want to ask our spiritual guru, Dr. Calvin Myers, hey man, to come in and give us his insight on what he feels though that's going on in the lives of Black men that's hurting.
God bless you, people. It's good to be here. Grateful. I think it's an identity problem. And a lot of time when we don't know where we come from, or came from rather, we don't know where we're going. And most time, we don't look up our history and learn. We don't even go and do a genetic background just to know where your roots came from.
Right.
Now, me and my wife recently did this. I was working at a job. I walked through the door, and I was a supervisor at the time. One of the girls that worked there was from Africa. She's like 30-some years old. When she seen me walk through the door, she said, "Calvin, you got to be Nigerian because you built like a Nigerian man." 4 years later, my daughter ordered us a kit, told us to do the swab thing, send it away, came back. Guess what we was? Nigerian.
Wow.
Nigerian. So now when you do this background thing, it keep updating you on your history because it's digging and it's digging, it's digging. So we find out Nigerians was the richest place. All the gold was there. All the diamond was there. All the oil was there. It was a very, very wealthy place until merchants start coming in here and taking.
Right.
So now you're starting to learn identity. You just said, young man, you're king. When you know your roots of who you are, you learn your identity. T.D. Jakes was talking to somebody on one of the things. He was sitting down talking, and he said he's Nigerian. So you're starting to build up a track. So now you learn it, and it lets you know what percentage of all your family came from. So this is interesting. I mean, everybody don't want to do it, but it's something that you need to do. Okay. Because now you're going back, not that you're going to always be identified with your past, because it's a question I was just thinking to myself. What do you regret the most? How you grew up or the man you became?
Wow.
And that's a big question that most of us don't really answer. Some of us hate the way we grew up, but we came to become a great man. Some of us hate the way we grew up, but we hate even more the man we became.
Right.
Sometimes what you came up in will make you better and stronger. Because it's a saying in the Bible that said it's good for me that I've been afflicted, but I might learn your statue.
Right.
So it's not where you came from, but it's where you're going.
It's where you're going.
Life is a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's not given to the swift. It's a long marathon. So as we grow, it's a few things I always enjoyed in school. I love history, I love social science, and I love wisdom. Always wanted to learn about wisdom. These three things is important. You got to know history. History is very important. When you know history, you got wealth. And then when you learn social science and stars, and I like to learn about other things like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's past, present, and in future, because wisdom takes you to the future.
Wisdom takes you to the future.
I like that.
Yes. Man. Secrets behind hurting black men.
Hey, what was that question you had? What was that question you had for yourself again? Though, is it do I regret?
What do you hate the most? That? Do you hate how you grew up, or the man you became? Do you regret how you grew up, or the man you became? Those are the two big questions. Because you can change your future.
Yeah.
You can grow up one way, but you can use every tool you went through to become a great man. And many men have done it. Every stone, everything that was in your way, you can use it as stairways to step up on it. Or you can allow it to become a stumbling block and trip you up and lay you down on the ground and you never get back up. The choice is yours.
Yeah.
I like that, brother. How about y'all out there? Wow. I think that for me, I actually love the way that I grew up. I'm surprised the man that I became. But I think one of the things that I hated the most was that I was taught to be a liar and a pretender from a child. And that came from, I had to lie and pretend that having my daddy there really didn't bother me. It wasn't a big thing. As a matter of fact, it was cool. It was better, no authority. But in reality is I loved my dad. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't the best, but he wasn't the worst either. But what little bit of him I loved him to death. But it is something about the nurturing. It is something about the love of a father. It is, man. It is, a mom can give you the ooshy wooshies and thank you, mommy, a billion kisses. But that father love is like a covering. That thing goes with you when you at places you ain't got no business. You about ready to make decisions that ain't gonna be good. It is not so much, my dad gonna kill me. It's the fact that my dad gonna tear me up because he loved me and he expect a lot out of me. And that perimeter I did not have. So it's very easy for me to cross a lot of perimeters and just do what I want to do. But that's the one regret, is being able to touch my father. When I say touch my father, I mean coming in the house and hugging, coming in the house and just kiss my dad. One of the greatest moments I had with my dad is that my dad would come in and he would be drunk sometimes, but he would always call me upstairs and I would lay in the bed beside my dad. No funny stuff. I would just lay in the bed beside my dad, and laying underneath my dad was the greatest feeling. And guess what, y'all? I wanted to be like him in so many ways. And because I really didn't see the good part about him, I tried to be the worst part of him I could be. And I wanted to be worse than him. So his worst, his badness became my idol. Well, my dad did it, so I can do it. And somehow, with that mom, with that loving mom, that tough mom, that challenging mom, that brought out the best in me. And somehow I became a better man. And I've learned to be a man because I discerned what my mom wanted that she never got it. And I realized that every woman wants a covering. Every woman wants a man to come home and at the end of the night, lock that door and put those kids to sleep. And so as I got to a certain age, I wasn't scared to speak that out. Nah, man, a man ain't running with different women. A man ain't cheating. A man is taking care of his responsibility because your children, your son is going to be worse than you or he's going to be better than you. You should have a say so in that. I'm going to throw that at my brother.
Yeah, and it's like, man, our kids, they brains is like computers, man. And everything we download, everything we put inside their brain, it's just like download something, just like going to the app store and we download everything that you put inside their brain, man. They're gonna operate off of that.
Yeah.
And they're gonna take that like that for life. They're gonna my dad used to say, and they're gonna throw that in everybody's face, even if it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? I know like a lot of philosophy stuff we live over now is turned out to not even be right, but like you'll still throw it in their face. My mom told me, I don't you be like, your mom, she hard, bro. Like, dang, like, and you just be like, I respect it. Like, this is how my girl think. Her pop, you know what I'm saying? You just tell her, look, but you know what I'm saying? They brains, man, is like little computers.
Right. And they're watching you. I can remember watching my dad go to the bathroom, man. And it's like, okay, this how I'm gonna urinate into the urinating stool. I ain't talking about the toilet. Everybody know how to do the toilet. You just sit down, you stand over it. But just when you go to the bathroom, when you got to stand up and pee into the little thing, I never felt so big. My dad on the right hand side of me, and I'm on a little one, you know, peeing in the little thing, and he over that one. And it was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? You know, this my dad, and I'm telling y'all, this is what I believe a lot of the black men is missing is that dad. I mean, listen, we're not saying dad in fear. Nah, we talking about that's my dad in love. You know, that's the dad that I reference. You know, I love my dad so much is the fact that, you know, he got a pass on all his failures. For what little he did was overwhelmingly shadowing all of his failures, because when I reached manhood, I was like, okay, I see how this thing is now. You know, okay. I met the name of my mom. I don't want to say her name. I'm just gonna use another name. If my mom's name was Roanne, one day I woke up, y'all, and I met Roanne. Now, all before Roanne was married to my dad, that was mommy. Mommy could do no wrong. Mommy could say no wrong. That's mommy. But one day I met Roanne. And Lord, I met all of Roanne. Because see, you know, and when your dad's not there, I got bad news for a lot of the brothers, and we don't know this, that you become the next man. And listen, it's a marriage. It ain't the hanky-panky marriage, but it's a marriage. And now you got to fight, because who she couldn't be in that first marriage with your daddy, she ain't gonna be that weak person in that second one. If you talk like him and you walk like him, you better find the closest support group that you can find to get the nurturing that you can that you can help. And watch this, and I'm gonna pass it to Brother Calvin again. It's because, and then most men that dealt with that relationship with their mom, you know what we do? We take it out on that first girlfriend. Oh, no, you not B. You ain't gonna talk to me like that. I said I want cereal, I want honeycomb, and that's what I mean. I want honeycomb. That I listen. You ain't taking no shortcut, because you know, mom told you you gonna get vitamin A. Vitamin K had no sugar. There wasn't nothing you can say about it, right? And then you get that girl. You're like, listen. I don't want no vitamin K in here. We're gonna go get honeycomb, Kellogg cornflakes. We're gonna get everything that ain't good for you, and that costs a lot of money. And we like, we don't care. Just get it. So a lot of times we're fighting the wrong battle with the wrong person. You understand what I'm saying? And so in most men, we go out and we get around other hurt men, and instead of us sharpening each other, we all complain with each other. And then we wind up turning on her. And how many of us out there, we lost a good woman that we know loved us? Listen, I think that some of the women need to learn how to put a little sugar on your voice, you know. But sometimes, you know, women are angry, and so it comes out angry, but it doesn't mean that it's not right. So we're going to swing this back on over to our spiritual guru, man of information, a man of wisdom, Brother Calvin Myers.
Thank you, man. I was close with my mom, very, very close with her. My mom, when she got angry, she cussed you out. You getting cussed out. I seen her cuss dad out, my oldest brother, everybody got cussed out, sister too.
Right.
But with me, she never cussed me out until after I got saved. She wanted to send me to the store for a pack of cigarettes. I said, well, Mom, I'm 17 years old. I don't want to go to the store and get you no cigarette. She laid into me. I'm a grown, God deep woman and blah. I was like, whoa. So, brother, what you saying was right. And it's the interesting thing, because I still loved her. Right. Even though she'd get mad and cuss me out. Me and my dad was close. Right. So I love my dad. Man, my dad was everything. So he lived 10 more years longer than my mom. So I will always go around him, tell him I love him. We always say that. He said, yeah, I love you too, Calvin. So even at our church, Dr. Valle, I'm not used to a mean, abusive father. I don't know what that's like.
Right.
My mom would get mad at me and cuss me out, but she loved me.
She loved you, right.
All love. Right. My older brother and sister hated me because she showed me a lot of love. Right. So I didn't grow up in an abusive family or environment. Now, don't get it twisted. You got your butt whooped by the extension cord. Don't get it. It's still love. It was tough love, but you got it. So my mom was the type, if somebody banged on her door, she stood about 5'1", but she cussed like a drill sergeant. My God, she cussed folks out. I'm telling you, brothers. But I love my mom. So growing up around that type of love, my family was Mohicans. So when I started going to church and taking my family to church, it was a whole different environment.
Right,
Everybody was smoking, drinking liquor, illicit sex, you name it, it was going on.
Right.
I didn't grow up in a church.
Right.
I grew up in an ordinary family.
Right.
Poor, didn't have much. But I wanted my family to have something different.
Right.
I wanted to see my kids go to college. My son became a software engineer. He's the third man working for Microsoft. My daughter's one of the big time boss working at University of Penn. So my kids went to college and got a degree. Things that I couldn't do, I gave it to them by the love, and they read the Bible. My kids still come and talk to me about the things I taught them in the Bible. They know the word.
Wow.
They know the word of God. Now it's a matter of the younger ones. When I say younger, they grown.
Right.
But they know the Bible, but they still gotta get back in right standing. But my oldest one, man, they walk with the Lord. They pray. Wow. They have Bible study every Wednesday. They on there. And my son, if he not working, he's in Atlanta, Georgia. He click on and he's on there with them.
Right.
This boy know everything about stock, everything. You name it, he know it. Boy, bad. He know it all. He know what's the cryptocurrency, what's getting ready to fall, what to do. He's doing things. He's
on see, and that's awesome when see what I'm saying? That's rich. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what struggle y'all went through financially, because financially that can be changed. You know what I'm saying? But what can't be changed is that upbringing, the lack of a father, and I tried to be all that to my brothers, because I wanted to give them some type of leadership, where my father could not do. I wanted to make sure that what was given to me was passed on to them. And when I see their success as a proud father, as a proud big brother, man, I am very proud of their accomplishments. And I try to be their biggest cheerleader, best I can be. Awesome. Man, you want to close us out, bro?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna just follow me on Instagram. So, man.
Yeah.
official_iVegas. Follow me on Instagram. Paper House Studios will be open in 2 weeks. But I'm gonna close out with just say, man, every day, just dedicate yourself to just drawing closer to yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Getting more in touch with who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
right.
You can know how to love. Stop looking for peace, be peace. Stop looking for love and be love.
Love, yeah.
Stop looking for and just be.
And
it's
be
all
it.
in you,
and today you can get close to it. There was a time where you couldn't get close to it. People had it shielded. But social media, you can reach out to people. You can learn by this thing that is called discernment. Just watch great people do great things and then adapt it into your character. And then you do the same thing. But most of all, don't keep the good stuff to yourself. Look for somebody to pass it along, because guess what, y'all? You might got the key to unlock somebody's secret closet. Man, we were excited about this edition, The Secret Behind Hurting Black Men. We'll see you next week. Black men out there, guess what? We're going to fight for you. Man, we're going to rumble for you. Our sleeves just rolled up. Tell somebody, let's get ready to rumble. You're coming out of this, brothers. Yeah, you coming out, man. I can see you coming out of this. Keep your head up.
The secrets behind hurting black men with Dr. Martin D. Valle.
Oh, it's here. Brand new flavor in your ear. Call your girlfriends and your boys and your sons and your cousins, your uncles. Bring it to the table. Let's talk about it. The secrets behind hurting black men.
With Dr. Martin D. Valle.
Yeah, we here. We gonna dig real deep. We gonna open up doors that ain't never been opened. We gonna talk about issues that most people don't feel comfortable talking about. Come to the platform. It's time to rescue. The secret behind hurting black men.
The secrets behind hurting black men with Dr. Martin.
Oh man, we got brand new flavor for your ears. Yeah, brand new flavors for your ears.